Hello everyone, my name is Lady. It's a pleasure to be here with you today. Today we are going to look at Bitcoin, some many interesting things that are actually happening in the market. Some things are good, some things are bad, so we need to see from different perspectives. And also the problem with the actual manipulation that is happening in the market. So at least this is my personal opinion, and I'm not going to change that at all. So I'll go on with Bitcoin. That is the first one because this is the most problematic from all the other currencies as beginning, because the index leads all the others after that. As we can see, price already moved lower, and this is testing the lower part of the structure. So this was something that we can never rule out in technical analysis, because usually when price creates a pattern, let's say that we are in a type of horizontal pattern here, the price tend to make this type of movement. So when the price is moving within the pattern, as beginning, we can see the creation of the legs that are on the lower side. But after that, because of the bullish pressure, price can make also this type of movement. So we can see the reversal happening before the price will reach the bottom of the structure. However, it can happen that most of the time, price tend to test the bottom. And here we are at the bottom of the structure for Bitcoin. In a normal situation, this is going to be one of the strongest points. I have never deleted this type of pattern, as I have shown it also on the previous live stream that we had made. This was a potential scenario, and the bullish scenario was this one here for another price development beside this pattern. And the confirmation for the bearish movement happened only after the breakout, as I have explained also earlier. In technical analysis, we need to keep in mind something, that once a pattern is invalidated, another pattern begins the formation. So we need to have an open mind for this movement. So what happened only in the small part that we have, because many traders are going to say that, oh, I knew it was going to go lower, but on the other one, no one was selling because no one knows how it can develop. Also on this part where we were here, and this was a very strong combination for the bullish movement, we saw that these wave movements were enough to create a very good profit for all the bullish movements here, because all of this area was very strong and the market was showing a lot of bullish momentum. So look at how the price reacted only in these movements: 10%, 7%, 7, 6. So after that, the price invalidated the bigger pattern, and the breakdown was the bearish movement. However, let's keep a little bit the technical perspective on this one. We can see just for the lower part, we can see that actually the price is stopped on the support area. A lot of buyers are actually positioned here. However, we are not in a normal situation, not only for when it comes to crypto market, but it also when it comes to stock and forex market, everything is getting very volatile. There are many traders that are suffering losses, some others are winning. So it is getting difficult if you are following just only one market. For example, if you follow the crypto market, you are watching only the crypto and you don't understand why is that happening. But if you are watching all the markets, on the other hand, you will see that this is something that is happening in all the markets. Everyone is suffering. So this is the problem here, that why this downward movement happened, because the bullish pressure here was very strong from this part. And here it comes, the first article that I found, because we had problems also in our group. We are getting surprised here. it is not related only with Bitcoin, and we will see also why it is not related with Bitcoin, but the coin market cap show it only the part that is related with Bitcoin. And we can read here very clearly that Bitcoin has fallen to 2 months low as Wall Street panic about inflation and threat of recession. So this is a huge speculation when it comes to Wall Street. This happened the next day after FOMC. Fed increased the interest rate during the previous week by 0.5 basis point. It was something that it was already priced in. Price reacted in a bullish way after FOMC increased the interest rate by showing that everything was priced in. We saw Euro USD, GBP USD to move up. On the other hand, we have gold, also gold moved higher. Also oil, so the main futures trading, they moved higher. And after that, here it comes a speculation next day. So Wall Street is warning about the recession, but is this thing that is actually happening? Is this true? This type of news that was released, it was something that probably, I don't want to say US or the big countries, they want just to have everything down in order to fill their pockets before everything goes up again. So this is a very sensitive topic overall. Because if we see a recession didn't come in one day. We saw that when the conflict between Ukraine and Russia, everything began here in Europe. It was done a big speculation, but on the other hand, we saw that Bitcoin didn't move at all. So it was showing that it was very, very strong. On the other hand, we had also the US speculation that they showed that the inflation rate was lastly seen 40 years ago. 40 years is too much, so US dollar and everything should have been too much devaluated. The stock market should have been worse. But on the other hand, we are not looking on that impact. So everything is addressed to Europe and what is actually happening with the economic crisis. So how is this possible that after 3 months or 4 months now, Wall Street noticed that we are going to go in recession? Because these are cyclical things that are happening most of the time in the market. So it's not something that is happening right now. So these are the problems that we don't have to panic. And also, I wanted to add something that during the previous time, during when the pandemic began, it was something very strange that the bullish movement on the stock market after everything went down was related with some specific stocks. For example, many of us may know that GameStop was one of them, AMC was one of them, but they were not manipulated from Wall Street at all. They were manipulated from retail traders because the volume that is related with the trade from retail traders is much more higher because the retail traders have the money to move the markets. It is not done only by institutions. So also in the actual situation that we are now, after Wall Street released this news and after we saw many news that were trying to push Bitcoin lower, that indeed we can see this movement. It was something that it was not good at all when we can see Bitcoin right now. Look at the movement, 25%. So this is not a pleasure at all to see the market only from this type of speculation. And the problem was that only this was the first punch from that news of Wall Street. All of this here is the panic that was created from the sell-off from the traders, from the retail traders mainly. So it is not done by the other things. These are the retail traders. So as long as the retail traders will not give up, the price will not go down. With the price moving down, only the big whales will fill their pocket and specific governments probably. However, from the technical perspective right now, because probably I went too much in this article, because if you see a recession, I'm going to show you also sorry, just a moment. I'm going to show you something very interesting right now. Let's suppose that we are anticipating a recession. As you may know, I'm on the gold chart right now. This is a gold futures chart. As you may know, gold is one of the asset on the main asset that is used also from the ancient time, that it is held as a value holder. So how is it possible that if the economy is going in recession, now we can see that gold is going down? So this is something that is also related with the part that everything is not so clear as it looks like. So it is not related with only with Bitcoin. How is gold moving down? So can we think that probably USD is going to be the value holder for all the other financial assets? So this is something that it doesn't make sense at all to see this type of devaluation also in gold. So here it comes the market manipulation overall that is happening. So it's not related with only one asset. Because we are speaking for value holders, and the value holders in financial asset, there is nothing better than gold. So as long as gold is going down, something smells bad in this situation. On the technical part, we can see that on this part of the market here where we are right now, we have only the fear and the panic that is very high. We don't have anything else. So for the moment, this is very aggressive. On the daily chart, on the 4-hour chart, we are anticipating the bullish movement for this moment. On the bullish chart, we can see anything also on the 4-hour. When the price made this lower movement, we can see that from bottom to top, it was approximately a 9.6% jump in the last two candles. So in the last 8 hours approximately, but this is lower than 8 hours. This is 6 hours only. So look at the bullish reaction. So we are looking at that we have a lot of accumulation here. However, this accumulation will not move in this way. I don't think that this is going just to move in a V shape. It can happen, but it's very rare situation, the V shape reversals. Probably we can see the price to make some up and downs. It can happen as a type of double top here or triple top, something like that, before the price will begin the reversal. Even if we see another speculation that can make a type of head and shoulder pattern, after that it can continue moving higher again. So this is the area where we need to focus for the bullish movement. Also, if you want to see that the bearish movement, that probably Bitcoin is going to go much lower, as you may think, because everyone see the things in different perspectives, the price should develop a type of continuation pattern that can be a type of bearish flag, and after the breakout it can continue. So for the moment, both movements are very, very risky to take an action. However, the price is holding up very strong here. So for the moment, it looks like everything is frozen. I'm going on the weekly chart. This is looking a bit more clear right now. Look at the candles that we have here, the wicks of the candles. Look at the wicks of the candles, and the price is within this area again. So this area we can see is within 29 and 30.5K approximately. So for the bullish movement here, I hope that probably we need to see this last candle, that this is the weekly candle for this week. And I hope that the price will make a type of this type of candle here. So we need the volume to move from the lower part to the upper part to create the bullish pullback. We can also see almost the same situation, approximately like this one. Price can stay in this way for several weeks. On this part, the price was here for more than 5 weeks. On the next one, look at how the price was developed. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have almost 10 weeks here. So don't rule out the possibility that probably the price will spend some time, some weeks here, probably 1 month or 2 months before the price will change direction. Every time, if this area will hold, and we are going to see this type of candles. So for the time being, it is getting very, very difficult because the bearish momentum is high, but also the volume on the lower part can be very strong because we can see the volume that is related with this part. On the other hand, we have also some other interesting news. We have the Terra Luna that beats Tesla as second largest Bitcoin holder. So they have almost $10 billion to invest overall in Bitcoin for their system. They invested more than 1/4 of their part in Bitcoin. They bought also AVAX, they have Luna, they have some small USDC. So overall, their portfolio is diversified. It's approximately 3.9 billion. It will increase with time. And also they are averaging down on the movement because they want to increase the equity that they have for their system. So they want to keep buying Bitcoin. They are averaging down all the time. The buy on Bitcoin that they actually have, their portfolio, it is about $2.93 billion. So it's very big. The second part on their portfolio is Luna, and the next one is AVAX. So this was the good news related with this part, because we are going to see also the problems that many of us already looked at in the market, what happened with Luna. So let's go with the part of Bitcoin first. We saw also that El Salvador bought 500 Bitcoin, so they are averaging down on their portfolio. It was criticized a bit on the buy that they actually did. It was approximately $15 million, 15.37. And it is supposed that they have much more in their portfolio that they are averaging down. So according to Bloomberg, they have a vast amount that it comes up to 2,301 Bitcoin that they have in their portfolio. So this is showing that we have many countries that they are holding Bitcoin. We had during the previous 2 weeks, one of the universities in USA that is accepting Bitcoin for the school payments. We are having many other countries. We had also in South Africa something related with Bitcoin. So everyone is accepting Bitcoin is in a way of payment. So all of this is adding value, a lot of value to Bitcoin, how I see at least, to the Bitcoin system, because no one wants to buy something with 40K or 30K and to see it the next day at 10K. So it doesn't make sense at all. Also, we have big companies that are investing in Bitcoin. They are reselling goods on the other hand. So I don't think that they are averaging down on their equities that they have. They are just holding Bitcoin as a value holder for the future. So they are selling at the time that it comes lower. They are keeping selling because they are selling products and the price average is down, but they are holding Bitcoin in their wallets. So they are not using it for trading purposes. and this is adding a much more value to the part that we are looking at on the lower side here. So also El Salvador, I think, is doing the same. So they just want to diversify. It can be a type of gambling, on the other hand. However, it adds value to the Bitcoin environment. It's a very good thing. Also, the fear and greed index, as we can see on Bitcoin, is a bit high for the moment. So this is adding value to the actual situation that we are right now. So we don't have to jump immediately in the trade. Just leave this trade to add more data. Don't take action to buy or to sell immediately, because also the problem with jumping in the market to buy and to sell in this type of situations is not good at all. Most of the time you lose than you win. So stay out from some type of movements, or if you trade in the smaller ones like this one in smaller time frame, it is better to trade with the future contracts where the risk is very limited. So the risk is limited to your to the amount that you can afford to lose. So just trade with future contracts, small amount all the time, and everything will be fine. Just look at how do you want to position yourself, as a bull or as a bear. So it's not a trade for spot trading at all. I don't suggest it in this situation. If you go on the lower time frame on Bitcoin, you will see also that the price is actually breaking out from this small wedge here. So probably we can see the volume to test the top again. So this is a possible scenario on this one. So I think that this is enough for Bitcoin right now. We need to see more development. This is short-term trade, because after that we may see this movement. And it can come the next one. So let's go also with Ethereum. What I actually noticed here is very interesting on Ethereum. I'm going with the largest one as beginning, and after that I'll continue with the rest. Look at what the price is actually doing with this one. If you see the movement on March 21, we can see July, these lines that I have placed, and this is January 22. We had the previous low, we had the movement up from this point, price came lower, we saw the next movement, and price came lower again. So what are these lines that I have placed here? If you notice, I have placed this line also on Bitcoin. Bitcoin was showing that it tested this area all the time. Look at this area. January 21, July 21, February 22. Look at where the price was here. And let's go on the other one. Sorry, it should be here, January 22, this part. So price went lower, and now the price tested the low of the structure. But on the other hand, if you go on Ethereum, you will see that Ethereum is actually having a stronger price movement. It is holding the price up very, very strong. Look at, this was the first low. Price didn't manage at all to come at this low. It was pushed higher above the previous low when Bitcoin tested. So this is approximately 14 to 15%. When Bitcoin came here on January, look at what happened on January 24. Price was stopped at 2,177. That from the previous part that was here, it is approximately 27% higher from the previous part. So this is showing a stronger bullish reaction on Ethereum. So we have more buyers that have their liquidity here. And look at what the price did here. Bitcoin tested the low, and the low on Bitcoin was part of the bigger structure. And what did Ethereum? The Ethereum just tested the previous small structure, and we are watching here another price reaction. However, the situation is not good for any of them, so we need to see how the price is actually reacting. From bottom to top, we can see a 10% price reaction, the same as Bitcoin did right now. The candle closed, the previous one was very bearish, so we need to be careful at this point. We need to see more price development. However, the area where the price is right now, this area here, this is showing to be very strong, 2200 approximately. So we can see something like this type of pattern before it moves from this point. However, we need to see more price development as well, because the reversal will not happen immediately right now. Also, if we see something interesting as well, it was another news that was shared not far away. It was 4 hours ago, and we can see that we are having whales buying Ethereum. So they are jumping into the trade for Ethereum, for USDC, USDT. So many of them. And now we are having also the problem that we saw that Luna had a problem with its stablecoin USDT. I don't actually know what is actually happening, but we can see that many from the whales that jumped in Ethereum in USDC, they bought also USDT. So everyone is thinking that this stablecoin will not stay in the price area where it is right now. Everyone is jumping to buy. However, the situation for that part is not good. We will discuss also that. The first one is that I wanted to show is Ethereum. So this is showing interest, and how the price is actually developing here is showing a very high interest. We need just to see more price development as well. For future contracts, nothing is bad at all. Just calculate the risk. If you want to play the structure here right now, let's say that you want to risk $100 or $200 on 1,000, it depends from your money, from your pocket. You can play the structure area here, just calculate the risk in advance, and everything is fine. Just let the market do its own movement after that. But this area is looking very strong, and considering also the movement that the others are actually doing, the high liquidity, it can happen the same thing, because we are having, on the other hand, we have the news that the whales are buying Ethereum, and on the other one, we can see the price is testing the structure. It's a very good combination. Let's go with the next news that we saw, and this is USDT. It was something very strange for the market to see a stable coin like this, and moreover from Luna system to crash in this way, 33%. Look at what big movement. It doesn't make sense at all to see this type of movement happening, but as we can see, it happened. The panic is actually very high. As we read the article above, that is why many whales jumped in this trade and they bought UST. The problem is that everyone knows that as long as they are building a system, Terra Luna system, that they are building to have this stable coin, they have to keep some requirements for this type of coin. So this is not going to go in bankruptcy at all, but they have just to release the equity that they are actually holding. It was also discussed as I was reading the articles, that they sold from their Bitcoin holding, Bitcoin deposits. But on the other hand, this was not true at all, as it was seen from the Luna's founder that wrote on Twitter. They wrote that haven't sold Bitcoin yet. The TXM just went out. It's a loan to a market maker. If UST imbalance happens, we will use Bitcoin to rebalance, and if it demands its supplies, we will buy Bitcoin. We plan to eventually redeem this entire clip in Bitcoin. So they have a lot of money to keep their system. The problem will come. The problem after this will come how the market will interpret and how the people will be patient until it will be stable. Also, as I read, there was also another broker that blocked the withdrawal from Luna. So this is something very strange as well. There is not a clear reason why all of this crash happened here. Probably there is something that no one knows. It's very strange. I don't understand this movement at all for a stable coin because they have the money reserved to to keep this type of balance, because it was not something that the UST reserve bought from the retail traders was higher than their equity. So it was smaller and it was far away from their equity. So let's see for more development what will happen on this problem. On the other hand, Luna as well has had a very strong market sell-off. Look at what happened here with Luna. Very strong sell-off during the night. I didn't expect this movement at all, so everything was related to the news. As we can see, price tested an area that was seen for the last time in March 21, at the end of the March. So this is something very big, and the price deleted the profits up to more than 78.6%. So it's a very big amount deleted from price in this way. So this is not good at all. The crash was very strong. However, it may recover. It is not related with the technical side at all right now. Yesterday, I was looking at for something different that I shared on my personal profile. I was looking at this one. It was a beautiful type of triangle pattern that I was looking at. And also everything was related with the Bitcoin crash. So the panic should have helped this movement to move down. The movement happened as anticipated. However, it was not related with the news. It was related with the pattern, the greed and the fear as well. So for the moment, we just need to see. This is getting very difficult situation. So I don't like to get involved in this at all. Just don't be panicked because this will recover. I don't think that the Terra Luna system will crash just only from this problem. Something is happening with the big speculation overall that we are suffering on all cryptocurrencies. There are some articles that are saying that now we are discussing the crypto system, but I think that they are more speculative than they are showing the truth about the crypto system, because as we have seen, many good projects are just supporting our lives right now. So we are transferring money with low fees. Some of them are working on the energy efficiency side, some others in different things. So uh, every one of them is showing a clear picture how they are going to support the future. So I don't think that the crypto system will crash from this news. They are just sharing panic to buy cryptocurrencies in a better price, in my opinion. So everything is just manipulated. However, we need to see price reaction in all of the cryptos before jumping in the buy side as well. So it is not as easy as it seems. one of the other cryptos is Ape. Look at Ape, what is actually doing. It moved lower, lower, and now we have the price that is testing this lower part of the structure. We can actually see that it broke two different structures. We don't have many history on the left side of the chart, so it doesn't make sense at all to look at this time frame. What we can see right now that is happening here, price is creating this small head and shoulder pattern. The traders that like ApeCoin, I think that they are going to jump probably on this type of movements where the price is actually stopped, because also the profit potential is very high, because if Ape is going to move from this moment, only if it comes to the previous structure high that was not far away. This is approximately 76%. However, on the 1 hour time frame, this is very risky movement at all. So just be careful from this one. We can see the price to move above this mode head and shoulder pattern, and it can continue higher. So this trade can be initiated only if the price will move above 9.7, 9.8 approximately, and only with future contracts with well calculated risk in advance. So if you are going to trade, the stop loss for this trade should be somewhere here, and let it run after that. So calculate the risk in advance for all of this. Another good one that I wanted to discuss right now, that I also show with you during the previous time, is Huobi token. Look at how the price is actually developing. I am deleting the higher time frame that I'm looking at. Let's delete this movement to make it a bit clear. And as we can see from the previous time, just one moment, please. As we can see from the previous time, from the previous analysis that I have shared, I was expecting for this type of movement that we can add on this trade. The why was very simple after this, because we are in a range trade. Traders want to trade all the time. They want to use low fees. Low fees, it means that they should keep in the broker's currency. It doesn't matter here if we are in the Huobi token, we can be in other broker's token. So it works in the same way, the psychology after this type of movement. And what are they doing? Despite the fact that we face this situation, that they closed many of their probably many of their open positions, many traders closed with loss. Many of them probably are going to do the same thing because they converted to USDT, and many of them can begin the buy with Huobi token again, because who is used to trade with a token, it tends to use the same system again. Because if you are going to say, let's say during a year, 1 year time period, you have big account, you spent $1,000 in commission. If brokers lower you 20% of commissions, it comes in $200. So no one gives you $3. So if you are going to buy right now, like how the price is actually developing here, you will see that the potential increase to take profits. Look at where the price was. This was on April 2. It was in one of our live streaming, I guess. And look at the potential profit, 27% without doing anything at all. So this is a buy and hold strategy. Is very good. And also right now we can see that the token of our broker that we are looking at right now is holding very strong. So this is a very interesting and good sign as well. and this is showing that many traders have their funds in the token, and by holding their funds, this is creating the stability that is here in this area. This is the problem that I was discussing also with the other cryptocurrencies, with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all the other ones, because people are selling, traders are selling. In this situation, they are more stable. Many of them have closed profits, and they are in Huobi token or in other tokens. Some of them have USDTs because of the panic, but they are going to jump again. So, in my opinion, this is good. Personally, I jumped in this buy when it moved lower because I had my buys order here. I said it also during the previous times. So it was something that it was done in automatic way. So it will move up during the coming weeks probably. So all is fine with this investment. The next one that we are going to look at is Cardano. During the previous time, price was somewhere here, and we had also the structure that we are discussing. The problem right now is that everything went down and the price is below this structure area. What can happen below the structure area? Let's go on the lower time frame. So we don't know if Bitcoin is going to move higher. We just need to see what is happening here. If price is going to test the structure area, from a technical perspective, it should move lower again, because at this moment here are the bears that are sharing. So everyone is selling close to this area. However, this is not clear at all, so I wouldn't suggest any action on Cardano at all. I don't like it for the moment, just stay out from most of the trades. Litecoin did almost the same thing. We can see that price was in this situation. Look at the situation, price was creating this movement and it was ready to move. It had also all this breakout and it happened the bearish movement. From this point, everything is possible. We don't have trades at all also here. The only trade that can be done on this one is very fast trade. So it can be done only from daily traders or scalpers. This is a 50-minute setup that the price is actually moving here. This is a potential target, so this is going to be the first one. We can see that probably the pattern completed this type of head and shoulder pattern, and from this moment it can continue higher. And look at what we can do here. I'm lying on the fibs here, and here we have the potential areas. The 618 that is very crucial in the Fibonacci trading, we can see that it fits in a very good way with the structures. These are our taking profits areas. Here we have another profit area. It doesn't fit with the fib at all, but this is going to be very strong. So these are for short-term traders target. The first resistance will be faced on the top. It comes here. After the price will move above this top, it should continue with the other targets until as long as 84 is not broken yet. So we need to see the price above 84. Until that moment, everything can happen because this pattern can fail and it can also move lower. So this can be traded only with futures as well. Stop loss, as long as we are in a smaller time frame, you can use below the low. From the technical part, for the 15-minute, it is used somewhere at this point before the price moves higher. so you can keep a bigger one as long as the speculation is high. However, it's very risky scenario on this one. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Can you repeat, please? Just one moment. No, sorry. I really apologize. I didn't see the comment session. Yes, yes, yes. Of course, of course. But I discussed. I already discussed Luna. So I discussed this. This is third. As we can see, as I showed, I'm showing this again. So I'll go to analyze this from the beginning. The problem is that everything is with the speculation part. So we are watching many articles when it comes to Luna that it moves down. They are selling their equities to hold the price. Luna related with UST as well. So look at the price that is testing 31 March here. However, this is in a panic situation as all the others right now. In my opinion, I don't think at all to close the position is the worst thing that everyone can do on this panic situation because it can jump higher again. And considering the fact that, at least in my personal opinion, that the Terra Luna system have in their portfolio with 10 billion of dollars, they have invested already more than 1/4 of their equity in Bitcoin to hold the system for the stable coin to protect Luna as well. So the rest of the equity that they have, if that is going to be something necessary that they are going to use, they are going to use all the equity. So I don't see this as a big problem overall, despite the fact that all of this happened in this aggressive movement here. So who created this is going to invest other money and to protect this currency because let's say, to keep it simple, in every type of institution, in all the institutions, everyone have a backup plan, and the backup plan that is used is that everything that is going to happen is bad, is good, is going to impact in different ways. It doesn't matter with the sector. They are going to take different steps according to the plan in order not to go in bankruptcy. So this is a rule of thumb for all the institutions that creates different things. It doesn't matter from the sector. So they have a contingency plan. So this is happening the same with Luna. Probably this was the first time that happened in this way in the crypto system. It's not good at all because who has money, actually everyone is suffering. We have blocked funds. I have blocked funds as well, some in Bitcoin, in tokens as well. So we can say that the crypto system is going to fail only because some news articles are coming out, because this is something really ridiculous when we see this type of thing. So just keep calm because everything will come down very, very soon. I don't think that this is going to last. And considering also the fact that Terra Luna didn't show its power, that they are one of the Bitcoin holder, the largest Bitcoin holder actually, and they are going to invest. If they are going to invest more, they are going to buy more Bitcoin. So let's see in this situation. If they are in a difficult situation right now, they are going to invest all the money because they are not going to lose the one that they actually have. So this is something as a rule of thumb. So as long as they are going to buy Bitcoin, on the other hand, the crypto market will increase, Bitcoin will increase because the volume is very high, and after that the news will do itself because it will show a lot of bullish power that they are going to help the system, their system, and on the other hand, also the Bitcoin number will increase in their portfolio. So it's not good at all, but I don't think that it will be so bad. So just keep calm in this situation for Luna. I think that I was clear from the technical perspective. I don't see anything at all for the moment because this is a type of not related with the technical analysis, but this is related with the panic that the market is actually experiencing here, problems that may have with their systems right now. So as long as the price is holding, it didn't move lower. Probably it will move lower only if their system will not work at all, but they are all good for the time being. So we cannot anticipate that those type of movements is very, very difficult. Also, the price is actually reacting here. They are taking different steps to stop this movement. Also, if you see the other one, the stable coin UST, this is stabilizing right now, so it looks a little more calm. So I don't see any big problem. Just keep calm in this situation because the equity that they have is actually very, very large. It's a large equity that they are investing. I don't know any other question because I can't see here right now. It's good. Okay. So thank you for watching, guys, and hope to see you all on the next live streaming. Bye bye. Thank you as well.